Remove excess, whatever you don't need, and what will remain is the most valuable. This will give you happiness and prosperity this year. All right, on to Leo. This week, you could fall in love, Leo. You may be surprised at the object of your affection. This week begins with the sun in Aquarius in your house of relationships, making a square to Uranus in Taurus at the top of your chart. Leo, you may be falling in love, feeling dazzling and bright. It's hard to look at. I totally messed that up. You may be falling in love, feeling that you're floating about 2 inches off the ground. This may be a brand new relationship, so dazzling and bright, it's hard to look at. Because Uranus is involved, this may not be an ordinary love affair. This could be love with a puppy, your new phone, or a star of a new TV series. But overall, the feeling is great. All right, with the new moon in Aquarius and the beginning of the year of the water tiger, Leo, you may feel the contentious energy from day one. People are ready to go after what they want, and they are not taking no for an answer. This year, you can focus your energy on building a team to help you realize your goals. All right. On to Virgo. This week, you're learning and growing. Virgo, you're accumulating knowledge. This week begins with the sun in Aquarius in your house of work, making a square to Uranus in Taurus in your house of adventure. Virgo, you may be jumping into something with a steep learning curve. Which one's better? I like this one. So steep you wish you had bought a parachute. You can absolutely handle this. You do best when you break big projects down into manageable steps. Then take things one step at a time. With the new moon in Aquarius marking the beginning of the water tiger, Virgo, you have a natural psychic sense, so you may feel the shift of the energies rumble in. It's likely you see things opening up where they were blocked before. This is a good day to update your vision board. All right, on to Libra. This week, you might accidentally fall in love. Libra, one little slip, and you could be tumbling into romance. This week begins with the sun in Aquarius in your house of romance and risk-taking, making a square to Uranus in Taurus in your house of intimacy. Libra, you could wake up in a surprising location, or perhaps you accidentally brush lips with someone. And now you could be tumbling into a romance more quickly than Alice fell down the rabbit hole. This can be fun, exciting, and leave you wondering whether you should stop. All right, with the new moon in Aquarius marking the beginning of the year of the water tiger, you might wake up feeling this new energy and jump for joy. This is harmonious, exciting energy that focuses you on meeting new people and making great connections. Over the next year, you can easily expand your circle of friends. You may really like this water tiger energy. Water tiger. All right, guys, on to Scorpio. This week, there are some interesting things happening at home. Scorpio, there is a shift of energy. This week begins on Sunday, January 30th, with the sun in Aquarius in your house of dwellings, making a square to Uranus in Taurus in your house of relationships. Scorpio, you may take a big leap now, moving in with your partner and setting up housekeeping. Or perhaps one of your kids is leaving the nest, moving into their own apartment and leaving you with an empty room. Well, it's mostly empty as there is still quite a bit of memorabilia there, and they don't want to take with them. Blech. Today, there could be changes at home. All right, with the new moon in Aquarius marking the beginning of the year of the water tiger, you may feel irritation at this shift of energy. People seem more belligerent, willful, and even rude. But this will also be a year of many opportunities for you as people carelessly miss what you can see so clearly. Yes, there's a volatility, but also there will be treasure. All right, on to Sagittarius. This week, communication can be beneficial, but it can also get you into some hot water. Sagittarius, think twice before you hit send. This week begins on Sunday, January 30th, with the sun in Aquarius in your house of communication, making a square to Uranus in Taurus in your house of work. Be extra careful when sending out any communications to your boss or coworkers. Sagittarius, it is very easy to send an email to the wrong person today. On the other hand, you may be the recipient of an accidental email that is very revealing. You may learn an important truth. All right, with the new moon in Aquarius marking the beginning of the year of the water tiger, you likely notice this new energy immediately. You'll resonate with the adventurous spirit, but you'll be annoyed with the blustering, ranting, and blathering that comes with it. But this is the year of fortunate circumstances for you. Sagittarius, much of what you've been working on for the last few years comes to fruition this year. All right, on to Capricorn. This week, financial opportunities are in front of you, Capricorn. You're uncovering treasure. This week begins with the sun in Aquarius in your house of money, making a square to Uranus in Taurus in your house of risk-taking. Today, you may consider pushing your chips into the pot with a risky investment. Capricorn, you might be jumping into some obscure cryptocurrency on the advice of a friend or some guy who speaks very loudly on YouTube. Risks can bring rewards, but also losses. Today, things can go either way. All right, with that new moon in Aquarius and the beginning of the water tiger, this year for you, Capricorn, the focus is on capitalizing on what you already know how to do, scaling the business that you already have, and making the most of your connections. If you like the road you're on, it's time to press the accelerator. All right, on to Aquarius. This week, volatile, changeable energy enters the picture. Fortunately, Aquarius, you like change. All right, with the sun in Aquarius in your house of self-determination, making a square to Uranus in Taurus in your house of family, there can be some changes at home that surprise even you. Someone you live with may suddenly move out. One of your older kids may call to say they're moving back in. Aquarius, you could receive a note from your landlord about changes in your rent. Aquarius, you can use up this energy by starting a renovation project now. All right, with the new moon in Aquarius marking the beginning of the year of the water tiger, exciting new energy is afoot, and you may feel it on the first day. There are opportunities for the person with an adventurous and curious spirit. This energy is quite volatile. It's unlikely you will be bored. Think big and watch the universe make important connections just for you. And last but not least, Pisces. All right, this week, new energy brings people into your life. Pisces, your circle of friends is expanding. The week begins with the sun in Aquarius in your house of intuition, making a square to Uranus in Taurus in your house of communication. Your psychic ability is off the charts today. Pisces, you might be exploring palm reading, tarot cards, or runic symbols. Your eye chain for the day may guide you to a lucrative opportunity. And if you dream the lottery numbers, you probably should buy a ticket. All right, there's a new moon in Aquarius, guys. And this also marks the beginning of the water type year. Now it's likely you will feel the new energy coming in waves. Your psychic sense may tell you to grab a surfboard. There are big opportunities and lots of volatility coming from this energy. This year, connections with others will lead you to new jobs, relationships, and great investment advice. Pisces, the more people you meet, the more opportunities you will have. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the 99th edition of the horoscopes. All right, and that brings us to vocabulary. One second. Aha. Where was that before? Okay, time for vocabulary. All right, our first vocabulary for the 99th edition of Englishing with James is celebration. Celebration. Say it with me, everybody. Celebration. Very good. Okay, celebration is to do something special or enjoyable for an important event, occasion, holiday, etc. By the way, that's a verb. Let's see. To perform a sacrament or solemn ceremony publicly and with appropriate rites. To honor an occasion such as a holiday, especially by solemn ceremonies or by refraining from ordinary business. To mark something by festivities or other deviation from routine. Celebration. All right. Number 2 is festival. Festival. Say it with me, everybody. Festival. Very good. Okay, festival is a noun. This is a time of celebration marked by special observances, and often periodic celebration or program of events or entertainment having a specified focus. Festival. All right, number 3, and maybe a lot of my viewers' favorite part of the holiday, envelope. Envelope. Say it with me, everybody. Envelope. Very good. Okay, a flat, usually paper container that on this special occasion in China usually contains cash money. Envelope. All right. Number 4, we have dumplings. Dumplings. Say it with me, everybody. Dumplings. Very good. This is a noun, and it's a small mass of dough cooked by boiling or steaming. A usually baked dessert of fruit wrapped in dough. And in this case, different meats as well. Oh man, I want to try Chinese dumplings so bad, guys. Especially during the holidays. All right, number 5, we have lantern. I mean, firecrackers cool too, but we have lantern. Aha, there it is. Lantern. Say it with me, everybody. Lantern. Okay. Lantern is a noun. This is a usually portable protective case for a light with transparent openings. Lantern. All right, up next, as you saw, maybe my favorite is firecracker. Yeah. Cool firecrackers. Firecracker. Say it with me, everybody. Firecracker. Very good. Firecracker is a noun. This is a usually paper cylinder containing an explosive and a fuse and set off to make a loud noise. Firecracker. All right. Up next, we have Plum Blossom. Plum Blossom. Say it with me, everybody. Plum Blossom. Are you kidding me that Merriam-Webster does not have a definition for plum blossom? What is up with that? Okay. This is a tree that has a beautiful flower. By the way, I'm doing this on my own, no definition. And from what I understand in Chinese philosophy, the plum tree's blossom is a symbol of winter ending and a herald of spring. This tree's, okay, now I have some info. This tree's pale pink blossoms are cherished because they bloom vibrantly and so bravely amidst the winter chill. They symbolize perseverance and hope, as well as beauty thriving in adverse circumstances. Oh, that was great. Plum blossom. Okay, up next we have money tree. Money tree. Say it with me, everybody. Money tree. Okay, a money tree is where people hang their red envelopes. Okay, and hanging wishes on this tree is a popular Chinese New Year custom. The wishes are written on paper and hung inside red or pink envelopes. Money tree. All right, up next we have the dragon dance. Oh, we have some really great pictures for our vocabulary this week. Bravo, team. This is the best I think I've seen yet. Dragon dance. Say it with me, everybody. Dragon dance. Okay. On Chinese New Year, martial arts school and dance groups perform the dragon dance to the beat of drums and cymbals. Watching the dragon dance brings good luck. You just have to see it. Tough to describe. Beautiful, though. All right. Up next, we have New Moon. New Moon. There it is. Say it with me, everybody. New Moon. I wonder if we can get a definition for New Moon. Let's see. Ah, it does. Okay. All right. The new moon is a noun, of course. So is the dragon dance and money tree, by the way. I couldn't use our traditional dictionary for those. Okay, the moon's phase when it is in conjunction with the sun so that its dark side is toward the earth. The thin crescent moon seen shortly after sunset for a few days after the actual occurrence of the new moon phase. New moon. All right, number 11, we have reunion. Reunion. Say it with me, everybody. Reunion. Okay, reunion is a noun. This is an act of reuniting, the state of being reunited, or reuniting with people after separation. Usually reunions involve family, and that's very popular during Chinese New Year. I know this. I've done my research. All right. On to number 12, we have prosperous. Prosperous. Say it with me, everybody. Prosperous. Very good. Prosperous is an adjective, and this means marked by success or economic well-being, enjoying vigorous and healthy growth, auspicious or favorable. Prosperous. All right, guys, last but not least, we have longevity. Longevity. Say it with me, everybody. Longevity. Well done. Longevity is a noun. It's a long duration of an individual life, length of life, or long continuance, permanence, durability, longevity. And guys, that is going to do it for the 99th edition of Englishing with Jing's Vocabulary. And let me once again give a huge shout out to the team for the wonderful pictures that were included with our vocabulary. That was really, really great. Best I've seen yet. All right. And that brings us to the traditions of the Chinese New Year, peeps. You know, I wish we had some serious participation on IG today, because I know I could learn some new things about Chinese New Year, but let me say this. I know everybody's celebrating right now. So it makes sense. Normally I see some names here on IG, but not really. I've had one so far today, and that's because everybody's celebrating it. I understand it's the holiday right now as we speak. Everybody's off of school. I have lots of students throughout China, and they're not taking so many classes right now, I must say. Or if they are, they're in some hotel with their families. I've been noticing that a lot the last week or so, I would say. All right, so let's get right into it, people. I am so curious about this holiday. I know a little from my students and my acquaintances from China, but I'm still not fully educated. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. Well, hello, Celia. We have one. Oh, that makes two. Welcome to the show. As you may or may not know, we're talking about the traditions of the Chinese New Year. Chime in about anything you'd like. This is the time where we're going to talk all about it. All right. Let's see what we can find here. Okay, I'm going to definitely share screen with this one. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, there's the dragon dance, by the way. Very cool. I'd love to see the dragon dance. You know, I've seen some of these dances on TV. There's tiger dance, dragon dance, I think lion dance. They're all so great. There's probably a dance for every astrological sign, as far as I know, but I've always loved the looks of the dragon. So cool. And I was born in the year of the dragon, so maybe that has some significance. I don't know. All right. Chinese New Year, also known as Lunar New Year or Spring Festival, is the most important festival in China and a major event in some other East Asian countries. Lunar New Year celebrations are being held more and more in Western cities in recent years too, like New York, London, Vancouver, and Sydney. As they should. There's 500 million Chinese residents living abroad, so that makes sense. This is the festival that celebrates the beginning of a new year on the traditional lunisolar Chinese calendar. It was traditionally a time to honor deities as well as ancestors, and it has also become a time to feast and visit family members. Here we go with traditions. Okay, celebrations traditionally last about 2 weeks in total, from Chinese New Year's Eve to the Lantern Festival held on the 15th day of the lunar year. Regional customs and traditions vary widely, but share the same theme: seeing the old year and welcoming in the luck and prosperity of a new year. This year, it will fall on Tuesday the 1st, beginning a year of the tiger. Very cool. China's public holiday will be from January 31st to February 6th. It starts tomorrow. Okay, it looks like some of the celebrations. New Year's decorations, of course, New Year's Eve dinner, firecrackers and fireworks, red envelopes, and dragon dances. Pretty much covered all of that vocabulary. Okay, here we go. Let's kind of scan through here so we can see. This is talking about what's going to happen this year. I don't like that. Okay, let's go to the facts. I think that'll be better. Hold on. As I was saying in the promo, this is a festival for 1/4 of the world's population. That's amazing. The world's population will be 7.76 billion for Spring Festival, and over 2 billion celebrate it in some way, even if it's just a national acknowledgement. The countries that have the public holidays during Chinese New Year are China, Indonesia, the Philippines, Vietnam, South Korea, Malaysia, North Korea, Taiwan, Singapore, and Brunei. I always say that wrong. All right. On Chinese New Year's Eve, people eat auspicious foods. Okay, we're talking about traditions here. Certain foods are eaten during the Chinese New Year period purely for their symbolic meaning. This is something I don't know about. This includes dumplings, eaten because they represent wealth. Did not know that. The more dumplings you can eat, the more money you will make in the new year. Oh my God, I would be rich. Wing Wing Nay, welcome to the show. We're talking about the traditions of Chinese New Year. If you have anything about it, please chime in. I'm learning today. That is so great. So the more dumplings I eat, the more money I will make in the new year. I think I would be a billionaire. I could eat a lot. Fish is eaten because the word for fish in Chinese sounds like surplus. Okay, interesting. The festival is celebrated for 16 days till the Lantern Festival. Okay, on the evening of the 15th day of the first lunar month, on the night of the full moon, families gather for dinner and go out to see fireworks and light lanterns. Lanterns are put up for decoration, let loose to fly, and floated in rivers. Okay, so another tradition, another custom of Chinese New Year is the lanterns. I love lanterns, by the way. Okay, so traditionally, this period was for praying to harvest gods. Okay, I did not know this. This is also new. So, as China was a largely agrarian society, Chinese New Year was traditionally a time when people prayed to the harvest gods to ensure that their next year's harvest would be fruitful. Okay, makes sense. Okay, today this has changed, but praying still plays a role as remembering your ancestors as a family is one of the more important activities during Chinese New Year. Okay, that's one tradition that I've always known. Everybody travels to see their family on Chinese New Year. Probably not happening so much this year or last year or the year before because of the pandemic. But normally, you will be traveling to see your family. Does that make sense? Aha, here's the tradition that I like the most. Billions of red envelopes are exchanged. Chinese people love the color red. Giving red envelopes is a way to send good wishes and luck, as well as money. Red envelopes are given out from older to younger, from bosses to employees, and from leaders to underlings. It is a special New Year's bonus. Give me those red envelopes. That's what I'm talking about. I don't like this part. Today, the tradition is red envelopes are given electronically. I want an actual red envelope that I can open. I think that's much cooler. Okay. Red decorations are everywhere during the Chinese New Year. I'm learning so much about this holiday. Okay. You might know that red is a lucky color in China, representing many positive things such as happiness, beauty, vitality, good luck, success, and good fortune. All right, but did you know that almost everything is red during Chinese New Year? Apart from the red envelopes, decorations, and spring couplets hung up outside people's homes are red. You'll also see lanterns everywhere, as well as red paper cuttings. Okay. Did not know that. Oh, hang on one second. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a minute here. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, back to the screen share. Okay, so they pretty much paint the entire country red. Ooh, this festival causes the world's largest annual migration. I would have thought that was Ramadan in the Islamic culture. That must be number 2. Okay, for Chinese people, the most important part of the Chinese Spring Festival is to enjoy a reunion dinner with their families on New Year's Eve, of course. We do the same for New Year's back in the United States, even if they have to travel long distances. Okay, 200 million mainland Chinese travel long distances for these holidays. It is estimated that there are 3.5 billion journeys in China. Wow. Tens of millions of people travel in other countries too. This makes Chinese New Year the largest annual human migration in the world, known as the Spring Festival Travel Rush. Oh my God, I can't even imagine traffic in China. I mean, okay, not so much these days because of coronavirus, but it has to be ridiculous. I can't even imagine. Okay, so for comparison, less than 100 million people travel more than 50 miles during the Christmas holidays in the United States. So, yeah, much bigger in China. Okay, the New Year's Eve Gala is the world's most watched TV show. Okay, another tradition I see. On Chinese New Year's Eve, most of China tunes in to watch the New Year's Eve Gala on the national TV. This show involves many Chinese celebrities performing songs and dances and is watched as a family together in a similar way that families might watch the ball dropping on New York's Times Square in the USA. Okay. Watching it is a great way to get an introduction to many types of Chinese performance arts. Okay. Washing, sweeping, or taking out the garbage is not allowed. I didn't know that. That's another. Okay, that's more superstition. Okay, during the Chinese New Year period, there are many superstitions. Washing hair or clothes is not allowed on the first day of the lunar year because it is seen as washing one's fortune away at the beginning of the year. Sweeping up and taking out the garbage symbolize removing the good luck from the house. So people don't do that either. Interesting. Okay. Giving people pears or mirrors as gifts is also taboo. I can understand mirrors, but why pears? Okay. There's also many superstitions surrounding gifts that you can and can't give during the Chinese New Year period. Pears, for example, are taboo because the Chinese word for pears sounds the same as the word for leaving or parting. Mirrors are a terrible gift idea throughout much of Asia, not just China, as they are believed to attract malicious ghosts. Oh, interesting. They are also easily broken, and anything that breaks is considered a bad omen. I knew that, of course. Okay. Okay, you can, however, give alcohol, tea, or toys. Of course, there are plenty of gifts that are great to give at Chinese New Year, depending on who you are giving to. Friends love receiving things such as tea sets, alcohol, or tobacco, and seniors love receiving scarves, clothing, gloves, and hats, as long as the hat isn't green, because the Chinese for green hat is also a way of saying someone is jealous. Green with envy, that makes sense. Okay. For kids, apart from the obvious red envelopes, think along the lines of books, toys, or school supplies for Chinese New Year gifts that are bound to be well received. Makes sense. Okay. There is the world's biggest annual fireworks usage during Chinese New Year's, of course. Okay, so another for our facts about Chinese New Year. No single hour in any other country sees as many tons of fireworks lit as in China around the midnight beginning Chinese New Year. China produces about 90% of the world's fireworks. I knew that. Every firework I've ever purchased was made in China. China discovered and started producing fireworks a long time ago, thousands of years ago. Okay, fireworks are used to scare the evil spirits. This is the stuff I want. Most mainland Chinese believe that the flash and bang of firecrackers and fireworks scare away demons and evil ghosts. Okay, very cool. It's now illegal to set off your own fireworks, though, in most cities. So, as a result of pollution and safety issues, most of China's big cities have banned people from setting off their own fireworks within the city or within certain parameters of the city. Not cool. Before fireworks were invented, Chinese people would burn bamboo. Okay, so originally burning bamboo's crackling was believed to send away evil demons, so people would burn this on the Chinese New Year's Eve. With the invention of fireworks and firecrackers, however, these replaced the tradition of burning bamboo because firecrackers are much louder. Makes sense. Oranges and tangerines play a large role in Chinese New Year festivities. Okay, I did not know this. Oranges and tangerines are displayed because they are believed to bring good luck and fortune due to their pronunciation and characters. The Chinese for orange, which sounds the same as Chinese for success. One of the ways of writing tangerine contains the Chinese character for luck. Okay. This explains why oranges and tangerines are seen everywhere during this period and also why they make great gifts. More new info. Okay, we know kids love the holiday because they get a month off of school, new clothes to wear, and receive red envelopes. It's believed that wearing new clothes can bring fortune and health, so parents will buy new clothes for their kids, which they wear for the reunion dinner on Chinese New Year's Eve. Ooh, that probably makes for a crazy shopping experience right around the time of New Year's, I think. Red envelopes within lucky money are traditional gifts for children during the Chinese New Year period. Children receive red envelopes from parents, older relatives, and visitors. Every kid has a chance to get rich. Some kids receive over 10,000 yuan, almost $1,500. Ooh, good to be a kid in Chinese. It's very nice. Okay, but it can be tough for some. Old singles hire fake boy or girlfriends to take home. No way. This is another tradition. Okay. This is a fresh new fact about Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year is a joyful time for most, but for singles above the normal matrimonial age, it's not. In China, females are said to be marriageable up to 30 and males before 32. For old singles, parents are extremely anxious, so New Year's Eve stress is heightened by embarrassing interrogations of the singles. Desperate parents even arrange dating prospective marriages for their single children. To solve this problem, an interesting and often ridiculous solution has appeared: renting a boyfriend or girlfriend for the New Year. There are websites and agents specialized in this business. The price is about 100 yuan, $16 a day. Oh my goodness. Give me a break. All right, that's going to do it for our fun facts. Wow. Give me a break, man. Okay, let's find a little bit more. We're almost at the end of the show, though. Oh boy. I think I covered just about everything here. Let's see. All right, let's share this one. I think we're going to see a lot of the same, though. Okay. Cleaning the house, we saw. Offering greetings, okay. Gathering with family, giving and receiving red envelopes, okay. Buying new clothes. Attending the Lantern Festival, we do this. Okay, dumplings, of course. Ooh, rice cake soup. Okay, here's the new stuff. Okay, so this looks like Korea's Lunar New Year. Koreans eat taeokguk, literally translated as rice cake soup. This savory soup is made with thin disc-shaped rice cakes that resemble coins, which symbolize prosperity. In Korea, they say you get 1 year older when you eat a bowl of rice cake soup. The dish, which is made with water, small chunks of beef, green onion, egg, and rice cakes, is predominantly white in color, which signifies purity and new beginnings. Okay, very cool. That's it. Okay, that was not a good source, huh? We're going to try to find one more here. Hold up. Okay. Nope, we already saw that one. Okay, one more little do's and don'ts. Okay, this is kind of cool. All right, 1 second. Let's share. No, not that one. All right, here we go. Okay, what you do on Chinese New Year. Okay, decorate with lots of red, of course. Clean your house before. Remember to hand out red envelopes to children and unmarried young adults. Do wish everyone Happy New Year when you see them. Do make sure you address elders first when you see them. You might just get some fat red envelopes for doing that, okay? Do wear new clothes. We talked about that. Do go home and eat with your parents on Chinese New Year. We did talk about that. Do bring abundant gifts to your family and host during Chinese New Year celebration. Fruits, especially oranges, tangerines, pomelos, and dragon fruit. Avoid pears, which represent, we do that. Live plants, such as lucky bamboo, colorful orchids, money plants, and citrus trees. And candies are safe gifts and always appreciated. Okay, now the don'ts, and then we'll wrap it up. Don't start any arguments or bring up any negative topics. No profanities or swearing on Chinese New Year's Eve and day. Very cool. Don't cry on Chinese New Year. Try to avoid sad memories. Don't clean on the day of Chinese New Year. We knew that. Don't do laundry, wash, or cut your hair on New Year's Day. We knew that. Don't break any dishes or glasses. Be extra careful not to break anything because this is bad luck on Chinese New Year's Day, okay? Don't eat or make porridge or congee because it sets an inauspicious tone foreshadowing a poor year for you. Don't borrow money because it's a sign that you will need money and be in debt in the new year. Don't give any unlucky gifts, clocks or watches, knives or other sharp objects, shoes, slippers, mirrors, scented candles, cut flowers, and anything in a set of 4. This is an unlucky number in Chinese culture, should never be given as gifts. Okay, I didn't know this either. That's new. Okay, shop early, they're saying. I kind of hinted towards that. Decorating the house in red, okay. We knew that. Chinese New Year cleaning, honoring ancestors. We kind of talked about all of this, I think. Look at all this beautiful, beautiful food. Visiting family and friends, red envelopes. Fireworks and parades, okay. Check your Chinese horoscope. I did that for you guys. If you haven't looked up, maybe not Chinese, but horoscope. If you haven't looked up your Chinese horoscope sign, now is the time to do it. We have a complete list of animals and elements, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What else? All right, that's it, guys. Okay, I think we hit on pretty much every tradition for the Chinese New Year. Okay, very cool. I am definitely very happy for the education that I have received today on this here number 99 show of English Imaging's Traditions of Chinese New Year. I definitely learned quite a few things that I had no idea prior to the show. So, okay, having said that, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Listen, I want to wish everybody, not only in China, but around the entire planet, a very happy Chinese New Year, happy Lunar New Year or Spring Festival. Celebrate responsibly, have fun with your family and friends, love each other, and good luck with all of the red envelopes. And I hope all you singles chose a really nice fake boyfriend or girlfriend. All right, guys, listen, have a great week. We'll be back next week with a very special 100th edition of English Imagings. Stay tuned. It's going to be very special. I just feel it in my bones. Okay, guys, that's it. Ciao for now. Be good. We'll see you next week.